I'm Emma Hindle. I'm Head of Sales and Service at Evergreen, which is part of Ground Control. 5 years ago, we launched our Evergreen Investment Fund, which is a £5 million investment into nature impact. We dedicate 5% of our net annual profit towards this fund. Since 2020, we've invested patient capital into like-minded companies and social enterprises that deliver measurable, beneficial and sustainable environmental impact, reinvesting future profits back into new sustainable ventures. And here we are where it all began, at one of our most significant sustainable ventures, Wildfowl. Evergreen drives measurable environmental impact through biodiversity net gain and carbon offsetting. Wildfowl is a fine example of both. Located within the South Suffolk and North Essex Clayland National Character Area and adjacent to the River Pant, Wildfowl serves as a habitat bank for off-site biodiversity net gain units and a large-scale woodland creation scheme for carbon offsetting. Ground Control invested £2 million of the Evergreen Fund to purchase the Humble Graze Farm in Braintree back in 2021. 5 years on, this 296-acre arable farmland has been transformed into Wildfowl, a thriving epicentre of new wildlife habitats comprising woodland, scrubs, ponds, individual trees, orchard, grassland and hedgerows. The scheme also forms part of a wider environmental strategy alongside community outreach and woodland planting for carbon credits. We have a call to action within England where legislation has come in February 2024. Any habitat that is ripped out needs to be replaced like for like or better. So throughout the planning process, your ecologist that's assigned to the scheme will provide you with a biodiversity metric. So this metric will show what you have taken out of the development and what you need to put back in to achieve that 10% net gain. At Wildfowl, we have a range of habitat types that can include grassland, woodland, orchard units and pond units. Developers can purchase the units to offset the biodiversity net gain requirement for any of their upcoming developments going through planning. So we don't just have Wildfowl, we also have Davana. This is a site in South Cambridgeshire which we purchased in 2023. It's one of the first sites on the Natural England Register. Davana is a 100-acre site that we purchased to give back to nature. It currently holds around 215 biodiversity net gain units with a range of habitat types there also. Biodiversity net gain is currently only in England. We currently have the 2 sites in East Anglia, but we're now looking to expand to the Midlands. So there are plans for more on the horizon, and we do in time hope to serve the rest of the UK, and there are plans for Ireland as well. Evergreen is dedicated to species enrichment and habitat creation. So we've been doing this at Wildfowl since 2021, engaging with environmental experts and local stakeholders. Some of our partners include the Bumblebee Conservation Trust and Plant Life. By bringing everybody together for the best possible outcome, it's resulted in Wildfowl having some of the highest integrity units that you can get. We believe that high quality partnerships result in high integrity units. So as part of our carbon sequestration commitment, the Evergreen Fund dedicates £100,000 each year to native tree planting, serving as a catalyst and amplifier to projects with our customers, government organisations, charities, private landowners and other partners. We set a target to plant 1 million trees by 2025, which we well exceeded in 2023. In addition to our woodland creation schemes at Wildfowl and Davana, Evergreen has also enabled over 13 large-scale woodland creation projects across the nation. These include Arboretum with Cotswolds Conservation Trust and BBC Radio Gloucester, Make It Wild in Yorkshire and Eastham Country Park on the Wirral.
Evergreen is playing a huge role, and our commitment to becoming carbon net zero by 2038 is verified by the Science Based Targets initiative.
From buying farmland to conducting baseline surveys, designing and remodelling landscapes and creating new habitats, we would like to give a huge thanks to our partners and volunteers that have supported the Evergreen journey over the past 5 years. It's put us in a great position to deliver on-site and off-site biodiversity for the next 30 years and beyond. Stay tuned for our regular updates at all of our habitat banks whilst we bear the torch for BNG.